the technology. In this demonstration class, just I will brief you what is React and what are the advantages we have in this React. These concepts we are going to discuss now. Okay. I guess you can see my screen, right? Yeah, fine. First, we are discussing about client server architecture, because in order to get some idea on this React JS, first we should know about the client server architecture and what is client side script, what is server side script. That information is very important. So that's why first I'm explaining that concept. Just let me open that edit plus. Yeah. First of all, if you take any website, yeah, in every website we have two different phases. One is design, another one is coding, right? Every website contains two different phases. One is design phase, another one is coding. The design phase, UI, user interfaces we are creating. Okay, yes, user interface is nothing but the front page which we are displaying to end user. So this is nothing but the login page or registration page. Okay, if you observe some websites, every website contains the user interfaces. Okay, these user interfaces we are creating with the help of this design phase. Okay, in this phase we are using what are the technologies we are using to work with this: HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. These are the technologies we are using to work with this. Okay, fine. Now next one here. Once you design any web page, what the next step? You need to implement the logics for that, right? Yes. Then nothing but coding. Yeah, every website contains two types of codings. One is client side, another one is server side coding. Got it? Yes. So every website contains two types of scriptings here. But the first one, client side script. Second one is server side script, like that. Yeah. So here, what is client side script? Which is executing browser script, executes in browser. We're calling it as client side script. Server side script, it is executing in server. Like that, if you observe this concept, we have these two types of scriptings using in this designing point of view. One is client side script, another one is server side script. Client side script means which is executing in browser, comes under client side script. Server side script means executing in server, like that. Okay, fine. Now what is React? React JS is nothing but client side script. It is a library of JavaScript. Yeah. React JS is nothing but the library of JavaScript. Okay, now if you take client side script, the main technology in this client side script is nothing but JavaScript. And later, the related technologies are introduced here. Okay, so those are nothing but, yeah. So React, Angular, Backbone JS, Vanilla JS, etc. All these are related to this JavaScript technology only. So all this comes under client-side scripts. So that's why React JS is nothing but it is an open source library of JavaScript. Is this clear? Yeah, I will tell you what the prerequisites is to learn this everything. Okay. So here I will discuss the JavaScript concepts. Yeah, so who is this Biplab? Someone? Yes, yeah, I will tell you end of this session what the prerequisite is, everything I'll discuss with you. Okay. So it is a library of JavaScript. Okay. React we can use React or React.js. Anything can use here. React we can use to work with client side logics. Yes, to work with client side logics. So that is the main concept of this. So actually, who implemented this React.js? Jordan Walkie. So Jordan Walkie. So implemented React to work with Facebook. In Facebook application, chart concept is there. In order to work with this chart, Jordan Walkie implemented this React.js. It is clear? Yes. So Mr. Jordan Walkie, he worked with this React.js. Okay, he implemented this React.js. The main purpose is in order to work with the Facebook chart application, he implemented this one. Now this is maintaining by Facebook Corporation. React.js is maintaining by Facebook Corporation. So React.js is a client-side script. It is executing in browser. Okay, the client-side script is executing in browser, and it is library of JavaScript. Means here JavaScript is the main client-side script. React.js is providing additional features to work with the JavaScript. In the form of libraries, it is providing some additional features to work with the JavaScript. So that is the concept of this. Yes, yeah. Narendra, that issue, audio issues from your side only. Okay, so please check once. You are in mute or some, yeah, silent. Okay, your audio controls once check. Other people, they're getting my voice. Okay, fine. Now here, if you take client side scripts, yeah, which type of operation we can perform with these client side scripts? That is the first question. So here, to implement coding in web applications, we have two types of scripts. First one is client side script. Second one is server side script, right? Yes. Now, if we take this client side script, so in which area we are using this client side script? What type of operations we can implement with this client side script? That concept we are discussing now. Yeah. So the main use of this client side script is, first point, to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. And this is the first reason why we are using the client side scripts here, to apply the dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. What does that mean? Yeah, all HTML controls are static controls. Got it? Yes. All the HTML controls are static controls. Static means, what is the meaning of static? Those controls properties cannot be changed at runtime. You understand this? Those control properties cannot change at runtime. So you want to convert these HTML controls, static controls, to dynamic, then we are taking the support of JavaScript. So for your better clarity, I'm explaining one program here. So just try to understand the concept. Don't try to understand the coding everything here. So just I'm creating demo.html, one file I'm creating now. Yes. So let me open that demo.html. Yeah, this is the file which we have. In this demo.html, so just I want to take one image control. Okay, so in my desktop I have images like mango, apple, like that. We have these images. I want to display this mango.jpg. img source is equal to mango.jpg. This is the way how to display the image control, and width is equal to 100 pixels. So simply if you observe here, so just I'm displaying one image control and what the source of this image, mango.jpg, and what the width I have given 100 pixels. So this is the concept of this. Okay, fine. Now let me run this program. So this is demo.html. Already it is open in browser, I guess, or else just double click here. Yeah. Now it displays that image. Now that HTML page is loaded in browser and that image tag is converted into image control. That related control it displays here. So this is runtime. Now here in this runtime, I want to change the properties of this image control. Is it possible by default? So by using HTML, is it possible? No, it is not possible by using HTML. We can take the support of JavaScript. For example, when I click on this image control, I want to change the source or I want to increase the width or height. Like there's some properties I want to change. You understand my point? So this is dynamic concept, means when the application is loaded, okay, later you want to change the properties of the control. So that concept is coming under dynamic. Yes, we can implement this concept with the support of JavaScript, with the support of JavaScript. Is it clear? Yes. Now here, see, my requirement is when I click on this image, I want to convert this mango as apple. Now here, simple code I'm writing. So don't try to understand this code. Everything we are discussing in React.js. Okay, just see the result. I'm explaining you what is dynamic. That concept I'm explaining to you. Dynamic is nothing but changing the properties or any values at runtime. That concept we are calling as dynamic. Okay. Now here I'm changing src property. There apple.jpg I have given. Save this and refresh. Now when I click on this, then it is converted into apple. So means we are able to change the source property of this image control. It is clear. So like that, any property of control we can change by using this, yeah, JavaScript or next level technology of JavaScript, like next level technologies like React, Angular, etc. Yes, I guess this is clear to you, right? Fine. Okay, so this programming I will explain later. Don't think about this programming and all. Okay, so that is the first point which we have discussed here. So just if you observe this, yeah. 1 second, where is your notes? Okay, so why we are using client-side script means to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML control. Second point is to validate input controls. Yes, so this is a common point. Many people have idea. So login form or registration form or any other forms contain the text boxes. These text boxes we can validate, okay, according to the requirement. That is the second point. Third one, to execute some logics in browser. Yes. Or that to execute some logics in browser. In browser, we can also execute some logics by using client-side scripts. So here, example I'm telling to you, calculator program you want to implement. So that calculator program we can implement by using any client-side script or server-side scripts. What is the benefit if you develop that calculator, not only calculator program, any concept, if you develop by using client-side script, what the benefit? Yes, those logics are executing client's mission, means in the user system only, he can immediately see the result. In case if you use server-side script to execute those logics, so every time the request is going to the server and there that code is executing and final result is going back to the browser. For this entire round trip, it takes some time. That's why here in results point of view, client-side script results are very faster than server-side script results. Is it clear? To execute some logics in browser. And next point here, to work with Ajax. In this point of view, also we are taking the support of client-side scripts. Like that, these are the main areas what we can achieve by using client-side scripts. So here, every website, all these are very, very important here. And Ajax is very important concept. Okay, I'm not discussing anything right now, but every day in React.js, we are working with Ajax concepts only. Ajax is nothing but sending a request to the server without submitting the web page. That is the concept of Ajax. Ajax we are using to send the request to the server without submitting the web page. So here, what is the benefit of this Ajax and how to create the Ajax object in React.js and how to call the API services, REST API services with the help of Ajax, and how to connect with the database and server-side programming through Ajax. All these concepts we'll discuss. Ajax is very, very important. So like that, these are all the operations we can do with client-side scripts. Okay. Next one here, it is not required for us to know about server-side scripts. Okay, just I'm touching this one. So server-side scripts are executing in server mission. So when we are using the server-side scripts, actually server-side programmer is using the server-side script to manage the database of server and to create the sessions, etc., etc. In that point of view, in web applications, programmers are using the server-side scripts. What are the server-side scripts we have here? ASP, PHP, JSP, servlets, like the different types of server-side scripts we have. Anyhow, this is the concept of client-side and server-side scripts. So it is very, very important. So every website, if we take, first of all, two phases we have. One is designing phase, another one is coding. In designing phase, we are creating user interfaces, nothing but the forms or web pages, templates, whatever it may be. So by using HTML controls and CSS styles and Bootstrap, also providing some advanced controls as well as responsiveness. Responsiveness means compatibility of web page with mobile, tab, etc., etc. In that point of we are taking the support of Bootstrap. Using all these technologies, we can design the web page. That is the first phase. Second phase, coding. When you are coming to the coding, we have two types of codings here. One is client side, another one is server side. Okay, so here in every website, client side script is there as well as server side also. Client side script means it executes in browser. Server side script is executing in server. Is it clear? For example, here, yes. Assume that a small diagram. This is one server and this is home page. Home dot something like ASP or JSP, something PHP page like that. So in this page, yes. So client side script is used here. Programmer used client side script as well as server side programmer also implemented logics in server side. Yes, like that. Now when user is accessing this space, assume that some X is accessing this space by sending the request to this server. X is accessing that page by sending the request. Then what is happening here? What the server side script is there, that server side script is executing server mission and it is downloading into the client system. Okay, but client side script is not executing server mission. The original script is downloading the client system. So client is using browser like Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, like the different types of browsers. In this browser, that client side code is executing. So client means who is accessing the website. For example, you type facebook.com. So then you will become as client of Facebook. So that web page is loading in your browser. Yes, like that. This is the concept of this. Is it clear? Yes. Got it. So like that, we have these two types of scriptings. One is client-side script, another one is server-side script. As a UI developer, your role is to work with these client-side functionalities. In old days, programmers used to work with JavaScript, but these days, next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Backbone, Vanilla, Angular, Vue.js, etc. So React is very, very popular among all these technologies, and Angular also playing the good role. These two technologies playing very good role in these software industries. Okay, so this is the basic information, and here it is implemented by Facebook organization. Actually, Jordan work implemented this one. Basic version is 1.x, and 2013 he released that version, and current version is 18.x. That is the concept of this, right? Yeah. Yeah, in this concept, you have any doubts, any questions, you can ask me now. Till now, we discussed what is client-side script and server-side script. Now we are going to discuss the features of React JS. Okay. Yes. Before that, yeah, any doubts, you can ask me. Yeah. These points all of you clear, right? Yes. Manish, Narendra, Narasimha Rao. You can speak with me by unmute your mic. Rashmi. Yeah, Shiva. Everyone clear with this? What is client-side script? What is
sir, here?
Yes, tell me. With this? Yeah, tell me. I think you are in mute mode. Someone trying to speak with me. Okay, fine.
So my question is like, do we need to learn the?
Do we need to learn? What is that? Come again. Your voice is not clear, man.
So do you need to learn JavaScript first to start with React.js?
Yeah, compulsory JavaScript is very, very important. So already I told you on point. By end of this class, I will share with you what are the technologies required. And here the thing is, to attend this batch, no need any prerequisites, because first I will explain you the JavaScript concepts. Okay. So I will explain you the complete JavaScript concepts. Once you clear with the JavaScript concepts, then only I will move to the React.
Okay. So in this class itself, like we can learn JavaScript and React. Like
yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much.
In this class itself, we can learn both. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Now come to these features. So what are the additional features we have in React just compared with JavaScript? Okay. So first point is data binding is there. So overview idea I'm giving to you. Programs will discuss. Okay. After installation of React, everything. But before that, JavaScript also I need to cover. Yes. What is data binding? So binding variable with output control. Output control maybe nothing but HTML control. Yes. For example, serial number is one variable, contains value something like 100. That variable I'm binding with text box. I'm sorry, that variable value I want to display on the text box. Okay, or heading tag or somewhere. Okay. Then in JavaScript, we are executing a function. In that function, reading the variable value and displaying on the HTML control. It may be paragraph or heading something. Now the problem is, in future, if that variable is modified, so then that output control will not get the updates. Again, you have to re-execute the code to read the variable value and display on the HTML control. Like that, whenever that variable is modifying, every time you need to run script here to read the variable value and display on the HTML control. But if you come to this data binding, so data binding advantage is we are creating a link between a variable and HTML control. What is the main job of this link? Okay, it is watching the modifications of variable. Whenever that variable is modified, automatically that HTML control is updating with those modifications. Means as a programmer, your work is reducing here. No need to write any logic to get the modified values of variable to display on the HTML controls. It is clear. This concept comes under data binding. Yes, yeah. So how to work with this data binding, I will discuss. Next one. So single page application. Yeah, why this React Angular got much popular? Because of this reason, single page application. What is single page application? Yeah, many people they're thinking single page means entire website contains only one page. Yes, many people they're thinking like that. Don't think like that. Okay, single page means so what is the browser you open for the first page? Same browser we can maintain till the last page of application. Means without reloading the browser again and again, we can see the next page's information. Means we can navigate from one page to another page without reloading the browser. For example, your website contains a small diagram I'm showing to you now. Yes, this is server and this is browser. In this server, home page is there, about us, contact us, like that. You have many pages. So first user is sending a request to the server. Then he is getting the response to the browser. It displays the output of this home page. It displays the output of this home page. Now here in this home page, hyperlinks for about us and contact us, like that. When user click on this about us, what is happening? One more request is going to the server and that response is coming back to the browser. Contact us means one more request is going to the server and that response is coming back to the browser. Like that for every request, okay, the browser is reloading. Yes, because here compulsory we need to send the request to the server to get the next page. If user click on hyperlinks like about us, contact us, then we are sending a request to the server to get that page information. It may be about us page or contact us page, whatever it may be. To get that information, we are sending the request to the server. Yes, but when you take the single page application, what is the benefit of this? So when you are sending the first request, then all these pages which we have, those pages are loading into the browser, and in this browser those pages are storing here. In that browser memory location, those pages are storing. When user click on this about us and contact us, then the data is coming from here to here, like that. Okay, means it displays in this location from here. Means from second request onwards, user need not go to the server to get the output. Yes, this concept we are calling as single page application concept. Yes, here only we are discussing how to work with the login concept and how to work with the router guards, like the different types of concepts are there. All these concepts we are discussing in this location. Okay, fine. So that is the concept of this. So support single page application. So very important. We will around we are spending 4 to 5 days with this concept. Next one, supports many validators. In validation point of, we are taking the support of these validators. Different types of validators it is supporting for us. We are using all these validators here. Okay. Next one, supports Mvcc pattern. Yes. So this is one design pattern. While working with JavaScript, it is not supporting any specific design pattern, but this React is supporting MVC pattern. We are taking the support of this model view controller pattern. I will explain to you how to work with this MVC pattern. Okay. Next one, very, very important concept. So which is not available in Angular also. What is that? Supports virtual DOM. Yes. React is supporting virtual DOM. First of all, what is DOM? Yes, that I will show you diagrammatically. So here just see. For example, this HTML page. Okay, just now we created one HTML file like that. So in this file, you can place image control or text box. Many controls we are placing. So what is happening in the RAM location? Yes, for this page, when you open this page, that memory is creating for this page. That memory location we are calling as DOM. Understand? Some memory is allocating for this space. We are calling it as DOM. In that memory here, we have all these controls as objects like text box, okay, button, image, all these are objects. After that, based on this object only, that result is displaying on the browser. Yes, this is browser. That result is displaying on the browser based on these objects. Is this clear? Fine. So now this is the output which we are getting like this. Okay, that is text box and image, okay, button like that. Fine. Now, if you do any modifications in this browser, those modifications again applying on this DOM object. Okay, now here again those modifications are saving in this DOM object. But in this point of view, if you modify this control, not only that control related object, all controls are reloading here. Means the page is recreating with the modified data. So that is the default nature of DOM. Actually, this object we are calling as DOM object. DOM is nothing but here. So for HTML template, some memory is allocating. So that memory location we are calling as DOM. So the DOM is updating for every modifications. Okay, fine. Now it is time taking process. So for example, every website if you take contains many controls 30, 40, 50 like that. If you modify a single control, it is updating the all controls. Okay, again it is recreating the all controls with the new object. So that is taking time. Instead of recreating that object again and again, only that control, if it is updating in this memory location, that is very flexible for us and very fast. But what is the default mechanism here? If you do any modifications in a control, so all controls are recreating. Means enter this DOM is deleting and again recreating. That is the concept. Now virtual DOM, if you take here, React is introduced a virtual DOM concept, nothing but which we discussed now, which is benefit for us. Same concept it is achieving here. So if any modifications are performed here, first virtual DOM is taking those modifications, and those modifications only it is applying on the physical DOM. Means every time this DOM object is not recreating here, only that modified area it is updating in the physical DOM with the support of virtual DOM. So this is very important at the time of updating. It increases the application performance at the time of updating. So that is the concept of virtual DOM. Diagrammatically, I will show you what is that and how to work with that. So anyhow here, at the time of updating, okay, so compare with Angular, React is very fast because of this virtual DOM. Okay, next one here supports React Native. What is React Native? Yeah, tell me. Any question you want to ask? Manish. Manish, I'm not getting your voice. I think you're supposed to ask a question, right? Yeah. If you are unable to speak, then you can type message. You can drop the message to me. Okay. Yes. React Native concept is there. What is the React Native? React we are using to develop the web applications. Now, React Native we are using to develop the mobile applications. Native is on package. Okay, it is providing some set of functionalities, libraries. It is nothing but library. Okay, yes, actually React Native is on framework. It is providing some set of functionalities to work with the mobile applications. Okay, to handle the mobile devices, everything we are taking the support of React Native. Yes, now here different types of technologies are available. Android is there, and next one here, different phone gap, like the different types of technologies are available. But if you develop Android application, that application cannot run under iPhone and other mobile devices. Like that, if you develop any application for iPhone, so that application is not supporting for Android and other devices. Like that, every device needs a separate application. It is very costly procedure. So React Native, the main benefit is we can develop one application that is compatible with any type of mobile. That advantage we have in this React Native. Means we can create cross mobile applications. by using React Native. So one application is supporting so many devices like Android phones, iOS phones, Microsoft phones, etc. etc. Yes. So here entire coding is in React, and we need to learn that native library concepts. Okay, then you can easily work with the mobile applications also. Okay. Yes. Next one here supports many filters. Yeah, filters are available. Simple to change the format of data from one format to another format. Text is there, you want to convert into uppercase, or number is there, you want to convert into okay dollars, okay, or rupees, like that. In that point of view, filters we are using date filters, like that, time filters, different types of filters we have. Those filters it is supporting for us. Next one here, yes, supports okay Redux. Yeah, Redux is very important to maintain the state of application. State means nothing but data transmission from one page to another page. Okay, so when you are navigating from home page to about us, or about us to contact us, or from one page to any other page, that time you want to share the data. There are so many approachments out there. One is query string is there. Next one cookies, sessions, like that we have. But compare with the all concepts, Redux is very beautiful, and it is providing many advanced features to work with this. Okay, the Redux support we have here. Yes, yeah. So I will discuss with you how to work with this Redux, all these points here. Next one here, simple coding. Yeah, coding is very simple compared with the other means JavaScript and other technologies. So those who have idea on JavaScript, they can easily okay work with this React. Is it clear? And in JavaScript, coding is very lengthy. React simplifies that coding. Is it clear? React is simplifying that coding. For example, in order to connect with the Ajax object, means API service with Ajax object, in JavaScript we are writing some lines of coding. But in React, Axios is one service available, directly can use that service. Like that coding point of view, it is very simple than JavaScript. That is the main concept. So these are the advantages which we have in this React JS. Okay. Yes, React JS is a client-side script. To work with the browser functionalities, we are using React JS. Okay, so it is maintaining by Facebook Corporation. Okay, different types of advantages we have in this React JS, like data binding, single page application, and virtual DOM. Okay, and one more point is there. Okay, supports very important. Every day we are working with that JSX format. JSX means it stands for JavaScript XML. What the meaning of this? Nothing is there. Within the JavaScript code, we can write the HTML tags. Within the JavaScript code, we can write HTML tags. This concept we are calling as JSX. So by default, what happens if I write HTML inside the JavaScript? It raises the error message. But in React, it is possible. Okay, in which point of it is useful for us? For example, number of lines code I'm executing here, that result I want to display on HTML control. Immediately after execution of that code, you can play the HTML control with that result. No need to get separate function to call the HTML control from JavaScript. So by using functions like document.get, element body, etc. Is this clear? This simple JSX format it is supporting for us. Okay. Yes. So I will explain you what is JSX and how to work with the JSX. These are the main advantages which we have in this React JS. Okay. Yes. So we are discussing programming based on this. Okay. So many concepts are there, like life cycle hooks, components, functional components, class components, routing, higher order components, Okay, and how to work with the movie card application, like the different types of concepts we have to need to discuss in this slot. Okay, fine. Now come to this next point, that is prerequisite is, so JavaScript is very important for this. Without idea on knowledge on the JavaScript, not possible to attend the React classes. But the thing is, I am discussing the JavaScript classes here. So JavaScript in the sense, not basic JavaScript. Advanced JavaScript is very important. Is it clear? Advanced JavaScript. So if you take closures, next one, yes, async await, promises, hoisting. Okay, like that, many advanced concepts we have in JavaScript. Those all concepts are required for us to work with this. Yes, I will explain you object-oriented programming, arrow function. Okay, arrow function or lambda function, ECMAScript concepts. Okay, all these are very important. So that's why initial 20 days I am spending with JavaScript. Later only I'm starting the React concepts here. Okay, fine. Yeah. Any more queries? So which one is better, React or Node? Yes, see this, React is client side and Node is server side. React is client side, Node is server side. In server side, many options are there, not only Node, you can go with that PHP or JSP, ASP, etc. But in client side, mostly either React or Angular. These two technologies only they're using. Okay. So that's why first option is React, you can choose. Once you're perfect in React, then you can learn the Node.js and you can apply your resume as full stack programmer. Initially, by learning React.js, you will become as UI developer. Once you got the job in React, and after that, you can practice the Node.js and you can apply your resume as full stack programmer. But give the priority for this React. How much type support? You mean one-way data binding or two-way data binding? You're asking that point of view. Actually, we have two types of data bindings here. One way is there, two way is there. React is supporting one way directly, but not two-way data binding. That we can achieve by using some functions calling. Okay. Yes. For one-way data binding, as a programmer, you need not write any functions. But for two-way data binding, we need to write some functions. Okay, one function, not many functions, and we can achieve the two-way data binding. If you take Angular, by default, built-in one-way and two-way data bindings are available. But in React, by default, only one-way data binding is there. Yes, but we can also achieve the two-way data binding that I will explain to you. Next. Clear now? Core duration is 2 months, not 45 days, 2 months. Okay. Yes. So fees details, everything you can discuss with management in mobile or in your laptop. You can search the number, okay, DURGASOFT number, and just you can get idea on that from front office. So fees, regarding fees, duration is 2 months, no doubt in that point of view, because we are covering many concepts we need to cover. It will not close by 45 days. Yeah, fine. I think you got some clarity in this point of view. Okay, in next session, I will give you some basic idea on HTML. After that basic idea on HTML, I will take JavaScript. I will start the JavaScript concepts, and in JavaScript, complete JavaScript if completed, then we will start the React.js concepts. But before that, before React, we are working on JavaScript concepts. That is the concept. So any application means actually this is the course concepts batch. So we are discussing the concepts and how to implement program based on that concept. So concept wise programming I'm discussing here, and some in that I will explain the use case of concepts. Okay, every concept use case, but we don't build any project in this batch. For project separate batch is there, so you can catch that batch, but to attend the project batch compulsory this batch requirement is there. So if you know the React concept, then only you can attend the project batch. Okay, this is the complete course concepts we are discussing, and that use cases of every concept I will tell you. Any more queries? Okay, I think you got some clarity. So in tomorrow's session, so we will discuss the next concept. Okay. Yes. So demos 4 days, I'm taking around 50 minutes like that. So once the demo classes means that link is changed to demo to paid, then I will take 1 hour session every day. Okay. And first Saturday for every new batch in DurgaSoft, no class, not every Saturday, 6 days a week. Okay. Only first Saturday we don't have class. That is the point. If you want, then I will take class for first Saturday also. Yeah. All concepts related to React JS not recover. All concepts will be covered. Okay. Yes. Okay. Fine. That's good. See you in tomorrow's session. You can leave now. Thank you.